nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is the 3rd-round pick out of FAU, Devin Singletary. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well.
And that's caught inside the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you look
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The linebacker Darius Leonard applied the heat.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Ryan. And the pressure gets to him again. Sheldon Rankins in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Check three. Hey, free players. Mike, 53, Mike. Check. Got it.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Tighten up. Hey, check. 53. Watch the run. They're running, man. Hey, South. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Oh, yeah.
Here's Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. 180. White.
Let's go, defense.
Hey, John. 12, fellas. Here we go.
Check 90.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there was a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
12, fellas. Here we go. Hey, orbit.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Now Ito Smith. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the judge does a nice job there of navigating and picking up some yardage. Remember, no Tevin Coleman in the backfield, so he's moved up in the pecking order, getting a lot of playing time for these Atlanta Falcons.
21.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Check, check, check.
12, 12.
Check, check. Check nine, check nine.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Mo Alley-Cox, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Guys.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Hey, Haywood.
65, 65. Check. Lucky. Shift.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Check.
Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. They can't hang with us. Right there.
Hey, white.
Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On first down, Ryan. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch the out. Bang.
20. 39.
Mike 5-4.
They go play action with Ryan. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Darius Leonard coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Check.
Wait.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Switch gears.
51,
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got you.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Hey, watch the ball.
12.
54, check.
Now Garoppolo. Left side, caught by Matthews. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Mike's 59. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
53.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
53. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Let's go.
Hey, Charlie, 11.
Here we go.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
54, south.
53 to Mike. 53 to
Hey, Zoo.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Wait.
Let's go.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Check. Hey, exit.
53, Mike. Watch the pass. 53 to Mike. 53.
Throwing again. Ryan. And he comes back with one complete. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Here we go.
It's a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On the draw, this is Smith. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On the ground, it's Singletary. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Check, block 54, block 54. Hey. Quick dance. Go. Back. Q. Hey, express. Q. Hey, check.
To throw again. Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here's Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 18.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Hakeem Butler, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. As they are now on the board here in the first half.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
13. team.
Check.
Garoppolo now to the right side to Eric Ebron. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Garoppolo, quarterback sneak, and he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. 180.
59. Watch the screen.
11.
59 is Mike. 59 is Mike.
5.
Now this time, Garoppolo will throw. Throw left side complete. It's Hines. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Mike fought 9.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, fielded about a yard deep. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Check 26. Check.
They go right back to Mack. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Here we go. 180.
27. Watch the run.
Eleven.
Mike 27. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Hey, check Mike 27.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Got an open man. That's Campbell. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts have taken the lead.
All you hear from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense, Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Watch twist. Watch right. Right. 51. Go.
From the gun, it's Ryan. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Darius Leonard able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
54, go.
A give to Smith out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming. From the gun, Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 29-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Ryan now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Here's Singletary, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Got
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
22.
Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Ready. 280. 54. Right, 54. Down to lose 1.
They run here with Singletary. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Ryan keeps it on the sneak. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run it here with Smith. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. Let's see what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 13. 54, Mike. 54. Hey, Delta. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's our time. It's our time.
In his own end zone, it's Garoppolo. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It's a gain of 9 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Mike, here we go. Wait, 80!
Watch the run. Check 43.
12, fellas, here we go. Sixty-five.
Garoppolo. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Back now in Indianapolis, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
Hey, Tuesday. Yeah. Mike 5-4.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check. 51, down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just 1 fourth-quarter comeback for the QB. Here's Ryan to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Check. Fresno. Check.
Hey, Echo.
54's Mike.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. On 3rd down, Ryan. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
The real way the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Wait. 59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. Know your job.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Man, I got you.
Flag! Hey, high 7.
59. Check. Mike 5'9". Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan, but it's caught on the right side at Smith. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. On 3rd down, Smith. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Now a signal and a timeout here on the defensive side of the ball. So they want to stop it with 1 second to go prior to the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
27, check right, 27. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Check three.
On third down, a run by Mack. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Vinatieri's kick is good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Now from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Colby Listenby, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. Critical extra point up and good. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Two.
Check Mike 27.
Hey, wahoo!
Check tight. Mike 27.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Tyler Davison, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Mike 27. Who that?
21.
Check Mike 27. Come on.
Now Garoppolo. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Play action. Garoppolo. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Meanwhile, in Foxborough, there in the fourth quarter, the Jets continuing to pour it on. They're opening the lead up even further. A win would be their second on the young season. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
21.
Watch the twist.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Here we go.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
21. Here we go. Hey, orbit.
Here we go. Hey, check Mike.
I got this.
27. Hey, keep it up. Mike 27. Watch the slam.
Garoppolo to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off. It's J.J. Wilcox. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mike. 280. Mike's my forward. Ready.
58.
SOS.
Gotta go.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker, and they already know the distance.
And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown. Forget overtime. They're going to win the football game right now. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. So some drama down to the very end of this ball game, Charles, on that final kickoff. They were hoping to break free, some sort of miracle play, but they couldn't do it.
They had a chance, and that was their only opportunity to try and bring it all the way back. As you noted, they weren't able to get that done, but at least they had the shot. What a tremendous game to be this close and this well contested.
So for the Colts, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.